In today's Inform in 100, Patricia De Leon tells us how social media affects the choices of voters in the upcoming elections. Here's Solar News' report for day 90 of Inform in 100.
Over 30 million Filipinos use Facebook, while 9.5 million are on Twitter. The country ranks 8th with the most number of Facebook accounts and 10th among the biggest Twitter users worldwide. With these figures, the Philippines has earned the moniker social media capital of the world. For anyone who wishes to sell anything, including politicians, the Philippine social media scene is a perfect marketing tool. Noemi Lardizabaldado spends at least 8 hours a day online to blog, use Facebook, and tweet messages. Known as Mom Blogger, Noemi has been active in the social media since 2006, when social media was not yet as influential as it is now.
When we were interviewing that candidate, they said that our social media influence was only 3%, very, very low. And then they noticed, I don't know how they monitored it, and they told us after the elections that the social media influence was 12%. We talked again recently to that campaign manager, and then she told us that it's already 30%.
Since then, she has gained thousands of followers not only on Twitter but also on her blog.
I want them to be, engaging in Twitter and social media, so we can ask them directly, what is your plan for for your candidacy? What is your platform? What are certain election issues like political dynasty or the divorce bill? We want to talk to them about issues like that.
Like Noemi, Jane Uy Matiao has also been blogging since 2006. Jane and Noemi and other netizens built BlogWatch to monitor politicians present in social media.
BlogWatch basically is now a citizen watchdog. We are using our social media presence to address social and political issues. So it's not all political. We get into other issues like the environment, family life, parenting, anything that could affect society in general.
To entice more voters to join discussions in these popular websites, they also formed Juan Vote on Twitter. It is a clarion call for netizens to use technology to expose and hopefully thwart electoral fraud and violence while documenting the country's upcoming nationwide automated elections.
That's an issue that we have right now, and Noemi and I are on Apple Watch. So that has really been our focus. Na social media seems to be used a lot for premature campaigning also. And that's something we're trying to help COMELEC with.
In 2010, the COMELEC virtually allowed candidates to have unlimited online campaign advertisements due to the lack of guidelines to govern it. This year, the poll body has issued policies to regulate political advertisements on the internet. Under COMELEC Resolution 9615, or the Rules and Regulations Implementing Republic Act 9006, or the Fair Election Act, the said online advertisement, whether procured by purchase or given free of charge, shall not be published more than 3 times a week per website during the campaign period. Described as dirt cheap, political analyst Malu Tiquia says candidates will utilize social media to its fullest, especially to target the youth and urbanized areas which comprise a huge bulk of voters.
That's the mix of social media. You cannot reach the rural, you can reach the urban. So when you're talking of wanting to gain traction with the highly urbanized cities, and that's around 33 cities nationwide, which covers like I think 10 million voters, then that's a huge number to reach via a device that is free.
Tiquia said social media can not only create awareness among voters, but it can also be used as a conversion tool. However, like any other media, it has its downside.
They have to be very careful with using social media. One, users of social media, when they see you, a politician, prior to your filing and after filing as being very active, immediately they tune out. Kung dati you don't use Facebook, you don't use Twitter, then all of a sudden you have a handle in Twitter, you have a page in Facebook, users do not really go there. So it has to be a continuing thing.
She adds social media has the capability to deliver ideas and information at lightning speed. Fact-checking is easy reason why politicians have to be careful about providing misleading information.
So even if you put your platform there and it turns out not to be true, it can boomerang on you. There comes what they call this a swarm over that information, and then it is reported in media, then it creates a crisis for the candidate.
In the May election, politicians will definitely work for the likes and the share from the virtual world in order to get more support. Now it's up to the netizens to verify any information online and decide whether these politicians deserve to get their votes. Patricia De Leon, Solar News.